Hey guys, I'm so ridiculously excited for this video. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a good one. Today I'm gonna be talking all about ridiculously good drugstore products. Not kind of good, not okay, ridiculously good drugstore products. The kind where you say, why would I ever need to buy high-end again? This is great! Okay, a couple of quick notes before we get into this video. One is I don't have products for every category, and in fact, if you guys have any recommendations, I'm looking for some ridiculously good drugstore brow products and eye primers. So if you have any, drop me a comment in the box below of products I should check out. And the elephant in the room is that for whatever reason, I decided to do this to my hair, my actual hair. So we may we may have a little bit of a learning curve with brow colors for the next X period of time. We're just gonna roll with it for now and hope that nobody's really looking at my brows. They're not that great in the first place, so that's what I'm banking on. But let's get into it. I'm gonna start with this Zodiac eyeshadow palette that how did you do this, BH Cosmetics? It's so good! We'll base this look on the really copper Scorpio shade. I kind of want to use this Aquarius too, though. It's a really pretty gold. Yeah, we can use those two. It'll work. I'm going to be using these BH Cosmetics. This is the Rose Quartz brush set. Also ridiculously good. These are amazing. I feel like BH Cosmetics has been one of those brands that a lot of people have known was really good, and I just somehow ended up sleeping on this fact. Just look at how those mattes apply. It's amazing. I had never tried their mattes before this palette. I just knew that I thought their shimmers were great. Wow, their mattes are amazing as well. What I'm doing is I'm picking up the light brown and then grabbing a tiny amount of the like pinkish color. I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn up the warmth in all my looks unless I put a wig on, I guess. Then I'm gonna grab this burnt terracotta color and deepen up the crease with that brown. These shadows are so richly pigmented and yet easier to work with than those really powdery eyeshadow palettes that I often complain about. Alright, so it looks messy, but it's going to come together, much like my life. I think I'm going to do the gradient. I'm going to start with this gold on the center, on the inner corner, I mean. Alright, and then we're going to build up Scorpio. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I've been holding on to this for the shade Extra Bitter, which has that little bit of burnt redness to it. But honestly, I like the matte in this Zodiac palette better. That's from the Zodiac palette. That's from the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. Y'all probably know how I do at this point, so I'm going to put on the Supernova Celestial by Flower Beauty primer, and then we're going to do foundation. So while my primer sets, I'm going to use the Rimmel Scandalized 24-hour... My hands are still wet. I just wet my sponge. The Rimmel Scandalized 24-hour wear in nude. I actually like this more than the Urban Decay 24/7. It's amazing. I think I've managed to drop my quest for the perfect replacement for my Estee Edit Super Creamy Waterline Liner. I think that'll do. Still not as creamy as the Estee Edit, but it's good enough. Now we're going to move on to the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. What shade did I buy? This is LW2. It's a little bit light on me, but I have a solution for it. It is a beautiful foundation. It does come with this situation, which I don't think everybody's probably going to love, but yeah, whatever, I'm gonna use it. This is such a beautiful skin-like foundation, and it wears beautifully through the day. In my most recent Ulta order, I purchased both this foundation and the Becca Skin Love, and I've worn each of them. I've worn this one more because I like it more. The Becca Skin Love is really quite finicky. I don't know if I even like it yet. It's just such a bizarre difference in price to sit here and say, I think I like this more than something that's more than double the price. I'm going to use two different concealers on my face. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind. I only use this under my eyes because it's a little pink. It's the shade Fair. It's definitely a little pink on me. Okay, so the powder that I'm going to be using, I'm going to use the Essence Brighten Up Banana under my eye, and then I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty mineral setting powder on the rest of my face. This banana powder is amazing. It can get a little bit cakey if you go too heavy with it, so I definitely use a small brush like this setting brush from Real Techniques and try not to overdo it. As for the Ulta powder, the color to this is a little bit deeper than my Cover FX. Let's see if you can see it when I put it on. But it helps me out. It's helping me out right now because what's on my chin? Still living the hot mess life, I see. Yeah, anyway, it's helping me out right now because this foundation is just a little bit too light, so this is helping to bring everything back into the right color range. I can't say with certainty that this is going to replace my Cover FX, but I really wanted a powder that I wouldn't feel so bad loading up on. I was really starting to go through the powder really quickly with the new way that I've been doing my makeup, which is that real humectant rich primer, and then products that don't necessarily blend quite as seamlessly as some higher end products. And I just really find that using a lot of powder helps, but it can get expensive. So far I'm really liking it. Alright, next I'm going to be using the Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. This is a $10 contouring palette that works extremely well. I like this more than the NYX palette. I think the highlighters in this are a little weak, but I like the way that the contour blends. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so it kind of blends away. I don't know if you're able to see this too much, but I think that's perfect for people who don't want to go overboard with their contour. So it's this weird situation where I'd say this is a perfect product for me. I don't think heavy contour looks good on me at all. But if you do like a more heavy contour, then you probably won't love this palette as much. And you know, again, this is very much consistent with Makeup Revolution. Not the most pigmented product on the market, but when it comes to contour, that can be a good thing. I have the sneaky suspicion that a lot of people don't look good in contour and are kind of realizing it, but maybe more slowly. That was my case, if that's anybody else. Alright, I may be a little bit unblended right now, but that's okay because we're going to blend everything back out later. This is the L'Oreal Paris Enchanted Scented Blush in 191 Fantastical. It's actually a scented product where I don't think the fake scent is horrendous. I kind of love this. I kind of absolutely love this. A little powdery. I kind of just got it everywhere. And then for highlighting, I'm going to use the Sleek Solstice palette. I use this constantly. This has a really pretty yellow shade in it that I think will complement the kind of yellow gold on my eyelids. How come everybody quit talking about this? It's no less good than it was years ago when we started talking about it. So I just went ahead and finished under my eyes. What I want to make sure I finally show you guys in this video. Right now I look pretty darn cakey, so I'm going to be grabbing the Revlon Photo Ready Prep Set Refresh. Can you see how beat up this is? I actually love this. I think it's kind of expensive for the amount you get though. It's 1.9 ounces. I think it's $16.99. It's practically high-end Revlon, but it's a great product. I'm going to be doing eyeliner before I do mascara. I would do the opposite if I was using false lashes. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Liner in Winged and Wild. This is from the Flights of Fancy collection. These are your old-fashioned liquid liners, but they're amazing. It's so funny for me to use this because I haven't used this type of formula in years. Okay, so I didn't want to show this on camera because I don't have a mascara to put in this video, but I will say the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer is absolutely ridiculously good drugstore. I can't tell the difference between that and the Lancome version. And I use the NYX Worth the Hype mascara, but I'm not really sure it lives up to its name. That's a very presumptuous name, NYX. I do really like the Essence Lash Princess mascara, which is $5, so I think $3 or $4 less than the NYX one, and it's just as good. I just don't have one right now. For lips, I already had these set aside. I don't know if I'm going to stick with these today because this was more for my blonde self, but the products are still really good, so I'll still put them on. This is the Kiko Milano lip liner in Fall 2.0. No, from the Fall 2.0 collection in shade 01. This is so creamy, really, really nice. I heard that Kiko makes very good quality lip products. And then I'm going to use the e.l.f. Sheer Matte Liquid Lipstick. I believe this is a new release. I picked this up in the last e.l.f. order that I made. This is the shade Nude Rose. Dupe for the Lime Crime plushies right here. Yeah, I'm going to have to say I do think that I could go with the brighter lip color. I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but my hair is kind of this magenta to bright orange, so it's very bold right now. And I gotta be honest, it's not quite what I was going for. I was definitely attempting bright red, orange to yellow, and yellow, where did you go? I know we put you there. But you know, that's what you get when you do your hair yourself. This is a universal truth. If you are not a hairdresser, but you have decided you are gonna do your own hair, it's not gonna come out the way you expect. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, YouTube.